Okay, hot door CAD tools. So I've drawn up some shapes here. And let's start dimensioning these. A few ways you can do it. The first step is the most manual way, which is just using the universal dimension tool. And just drag dimensions out wherever you want them. There you go. And drag a dimension out there. Drag a dimension. Drag a dimension. Drag a dimension there. Drag a dimension out there. And let's get the diameter of this circle. Let's, again, automatically dimensions it for us. Let's get the radius of this rounded corner here. For that we use the fillet radius dimension. Let's just point to that. It gives us a dimension. Let's go to the universal dimension again and get this one. Okay, that's one method. Let's delete that dimension layer. Let's try a different way. Let's just select all of these. And you've got these CAD shortcuts. So let's hit the selection. There we go. Pretty much automatically dimensions the whole thing for us. We just need to define a couple of other things. It puts a center line in. I don't want that at the moment. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of those center lines. Get rid of that center line. Well, let's just get rid of that. There we go. Let's get back. There we go. Okay, we want the distance from there to there, so let's get the span dimension in there. So vertical span dimension. There we go. A vertical span dimension here, and a horizontal span dimension in here. There we go. Let's get the distance between these two guys, and the distance between these two guys. And again, let's just get the radius of that fillet. Any other dimension we need there? I might get a vertical dimension. Vertical span dimension here. Well, actually it wants to go to that center line, so let's undo that. Let's get rid of that center line. And let's put a vertical span dimension here. There we go. It's pretty good, that's pretty clear. If for any reason you want to change any of these details, let's just select all. Say you want a larger font. A smaller font, sorry. Larger font would be up that way. There we go. Why is it not done now? Let me just select all of that again. There we go. That does all of them. Let's make it smaller. 36 point. There we go. Strange. Let's just select that. There we go. Another cool thing. So your shape, you can drag your shape out and the dimensions will automatically change with it. Again, any line, even if you change your radius here, CAD tools will automatically update. Fantastic. change the diameter of your circle. Dynamically updates. Perfect. And if you need to shift around, if you're not happy with the positions of any of these, just move them around with the offset tool. You may want that to be down here or up here, whatever we want. Here we go. Move your radius around. Now, another thing you can do, say you're not happy with any of this, you want to change the whole lot, you don't like the look of it. So, one thing you can do is select all, change colors, etc. But you can actually make a preset. Now, this is a preset I've made already. So if I just hit Document and Apply, so update all art. Yep. So it brings my all my dimensions down to what I preset in this box here. So you can make any preset you want for these CAD dimensions. For example, here is the basic architecture. Let's apply that. Update all art. Okay. Not ideal because it's in inches, I believe. Yeah, it is. But it's just another example of presets. Let's go back to... Oh yeah, it's done this one too. Look at that. It's dimensioned absolutely everything, which is a bit overkill for our purposes. But anyway, let's go back to our shortcuts and apply our shortcut, update all art. Perfect. Let's delete all these dimensions. Actually, we want to keep our... If it lets me. No, it doesn't want to let me delete those. Let me just take this. Ah, cool, it's gone. Let's paste him back in there. Now, dimensioning this one, we could get our span dimension in there. Use the universal tool to get your universal dimension here. If you need to hide that there, there it is. Okay, this one's a little trickier because you really need to be either going from there to there. So let's get the horizontal dimension by line or horizontal dimension by points. I think it's by points. Let's try that one. So we go there, there, there. Ah, it adds those together. So let's undo that. Let's just grab go there to that point. There we go. That's our horizontal dimension. Let's get dimension from there to there. Drag that up. There we go. Let's get a dimension from there to there. Okay. Let's get some span dimensions. So horizontal span dimensions, probably there. That looks pretty good. And then probably there. Excellent. Okay. Let's select all those guys. Let's maybe make that type a bit bigger so we can read it better. You just undo that. Yeah, it's cool. Let's redo that. Cool. Look at that. Excellent. Now this just scratches the surface of the capabilities of this program, so let's leave it at that for now.